Hi everybody, welcome to the 8th episode of the Le Mans Odyssey, and it's been a very busy sector, but the pre-season was quite short, which was handy because I haven't played too much FM 13 or 12. But there you go. Just very briefly, we have 3 wins and 2 defeats in our pre-season, which is something not to shake a batting at or whatever. But as you can just see there, the results as follows. You probably recognise some names and not others, but we'll get through to that in due course. So our season begins away to Bordeaux and then home to Ajaccio. The French Football Federation weren't very nice to me yet again, mind you, um, referring to 2009 and Ireland and France there. So we'll need to get through that as soon as possible. Fingers crossed we do. But you can just see the Ligue 2 campaign has started, and Ajaccio are top with Easton and Monaco there. So we just have our game, and hopefully we can get through it safe and sound without too much trouble. So the financial situation is just like the San Marino challenge of a few episodes ago, where we had no money whatsoever, and it just gets worse here because we don't attract our fans and we don't win very much competition. So our wage budget was slashed down to roughly 90,000 a week from 120,000 or something like that. So to deal with that problem, we've had a lot of work to do, and as you can see, look at all these released players. Some of them were even guys I didn't want to let go but had no choice but to do it for the sake of the team. Like Thormer, I still like him, but he's gone, and I'm sure someone will pick him up in the future. Kanga Kale had a very short stay, had to get rid of him. Mutari, Verbal Huede was whinging because he wasn't getting games, so yeah. You'd think with all these very high stats that he'd have been any good, but he wasn't, so that was a waste. Hilary Mami is gone, Kasai is gone, Diarra's gone. He was okay, but I was probably going to let go of him anyway. Loic Bal, hopefully he recovers his career. And some other youth players are gone. Mamadou Doumbia, you'll remember in the last few episodes, was signed a pre-contract with Nimes and is now there, but thankfully for my ego, he did not earn promotion with Nimes because they finished 4th or something instead of 3rd, so that's a bit of a relief. But so far they don't want to use him as a top player, but because he's indispensable to the club, he will eventually get games. But I'm not too sure about Joffrey Kufo. He's gotten a massive pay rise for turning coat on me. He went from 2,000 a week to 25,000 a week, minus taxes of course, so big deal for him. But even though he's been declared an important first team player and is a super right back for this division, a reserves player was played in place of him, to take the first game this season. So I am worried that he's made a horrible decision and should never have left Humble Le Mans. Then we've got some youth players going out on loan. Cherbourg and Tour doing nice things for us and getting the job done. So in terms of our transfers in, Alexis Zwiecki was the first one because I needed to respond to Doumbia leaving, and he's been okay, but nothing too impressive. Like he's had obviously Nuremberg thrashed us because we had a very tired side, but he's been solid otherwise. My first signing in the summer is this man, Cedric Barrault, there to replace oh god, I forget the names already. Kufo, yeah, Kufo has been replaced by another senior right back, but he can also play left back, which is cool. Unfortunately, he could only play for £5 a week, and he's been very good so far, but he just picked up a minor injury in that last game, so he's not able to play today as per fitness, because I don't like playing unfit players. Then a nice, very handy little young man here, Marco Rossenfelder. Sounds German, but can only speak basically. So he's a very good player from Loss, and there are very few stats that I'd be disappointed with for a 20-year-old, and I hope he'll be the next Amini, because I'll need to get promoted or else, because I'd love to bring Amini back. The next loan signing has unfortunately been on international duty and picked up an injury when we've been suffering injuries in midfield, but he is a fantastic prospect as well. His name, Larry Azuni. Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, he's better in CDM as opposed to CM, but we'll have to deal with that when he comes back from injury. This one's not a great signing. I'm not too thrilled about this one, but Junior Ntame from the same club as Zoueki, Fejus San Rafael, has come along to play for us, and the physical stats are immense. Like nothing apart from his agility is under 10, which is fantastic, but it's just a lot of these mental stats are worrying, and I only brought him in because we're short on money. This one was a gamble because I reduced the wage bill further to bring in this man, Jeffrey Mujanji Bia. Bia means food in Irish, so that kind of resonated to me, but he has good technical stats and a few impressive mental stats, but he does need this loan deal from Standard Liège, and he can play anywhere in attack on the attacking side of midfield, so that's why it's worth so much money to bring in that kind of player. Can go anywhere. Yassin El Azouzi, he was another player that's like, is he good enough for me? But it's just the money. He doesn't demand much money, and we'll just have to see how he does as a backup player. And then last but not least, Sedina Diarra had a loan deal, nice and cheap for me, so I had no hesitation to bring him in. I had a chance to bring in Rashid Ghazal from Lyon, even though his stats look crap compared to how he does in FIFA, but they wanted us to pay all of his wages, and that was out of the question, so I brought him in. And there's probably room for one more loan signing, and if I had the choice I would pick a centre back who could play on the right hand side of the defence, because you can see Jason Boillon, I barely played him last year and that stunted his growth. You can see just 2 games and 3 cup games all of last season, and he has to play against one of the toughest teams in the league this season, so that is a worry. But as you can see, we've got a suspension for Zoueki, we've got Mahoto out, Akang out, Azuni out, and Shimpi out, so lots of injuries, and Kervan Belfort is on international duty with Haiti, so a lot of players missing for us in this game. I'm not going to live comment because I just want to get through it, but we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, Bernard Dreo, the young goalkeeper from the reserves last season, had absolutely no pre-season with me because he was on international duty, so that will be the team I'll play against Bordeaux. It's a decent looking team, but it was crucial that some of our top players stayed, like Makaridze, Adagnon, Cisse and Thomas, for example. So we do still have a core of the team, but it's basically do or die this season, because we are expected to get promotion. Sorry, I was meant to look at confidence. So the board promises very good so far. We'll have a look at that in a sec, but we have to win promotion, so 3rd minimum this season, no excuses, or else we're going to be sacked. I'd say, I predict we'll be sacked. So I have given a lot of youth players a chance, which is fair enough, but we really do need to do a San Marino and get a cup run, because we're not going to solve the financial crisis by just playing league games. We have to get a cup run going, similar to Monaco and San Marino in my save. But that's as much as I can really say at the minute. I didn't bring in any interesting new staff members, to be honest. Let's see, job, there we go, swap it around. So the staff is the same as it was last year. I have no money to really fool around. I suppose, what else? No, I don't really think that's all I can say really. We'll have to keep moving and grooving. So yeah, I think that'll be all for today. If I do get a defender in on loan, I'll let you know in the next episode, but I'll leave it up to the viewer's choice which game you'd like to stop at and have an update. Would you like to go to this Angers game, get a nice quick one? Would you like to wait 2 months for this game against newly promoted side, Orleans, or would you like to see, I suppose, who else? Yeah, I'll leave it at that too. Do you want a quick update versus Angers or a slightly longer one against Orleans? That is entirely up to you, and I'll talk to you in part 9, which will hopefully be up in the next few days. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye bye.